Today we think about grace. We need to summarize and explore the term of grace. And then we have a time to apply it to us. Grace refers to the state or condition of being given or shown favor, especially by someone in a position to exercise goodwill by meeting a particular need. Grace can also refer to the manifestation of such a disposition of kindness in the form of material benefaction, including the giving of gifts, the approval of one's request, the granting of freedom or mercy, and the deliverance or salvation from evil or harm. The concept of grace is a central theological theme throughout the Bible. It is used especially to describe God's primary activity toward Israel in the Old Testament. In Hebrew, the concept of grace is most often expressed through a family of words built on the root HNN. Including the verb Hanan means to show favor to. Genesis chapter 33 verse 5 says, "And when Esau lifted up his eyes and saw the woman and children, he said, 'Who are these with you?' Jacob said, 'The children whom God has graciously given your servant.'" Verse 11 says, "Please accept my blessing that is brought to you, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough." Thus he urged him, and he took it. The noun hand can be translated as favor. For instance, hands are found just 2 times in Psalm. One is 84 verse 11, and the other is 45 verse 2. Psalm 84 verse 11 says, "For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord bestows favor and honor. No good things does he withhold from those who walk uprightly." And the adjective Hanun means gracious. Psalm 112 verse 4 says, "Light dawns in the darkness for the upright. He is gracious, merciful, and righteous." The Septuagint uses various terms to translate the HNN Hebrew word group. Han is translated as charis, grace, Hanan as eleo, to have mercy, and oiktiro, to have compassion, and Hanun, eleemon, merciful. However, the Septuagint also uses charis to translate several other conceptually related terms. Most notably, rason, what is acceptable, hesed, loving kindness, raham, mercy, tov, a good thing, and gedullah, greatness. It is also used to explain God's decisive act of redemption through the death of Jesus in the New Testament. Although this word occurs in most of the New Testament writings, almost 2/3 of his occurrences are in Paul's letters. In the New Testament, the idea of grace is expressed with the Greek noun charis, grace. Luke 2 verse 40. "And the child grew and became strong. He was filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was on him." The verb charizomai, to give graciously. Philippians chapter 2 verse 9. Therefore, God exalted him to the highest place and gave him the name that is above every name. And charitou, to bestow favor, Ephesians 1 verse 6, to the praise of his glorious grace that he freely bestowed on us in the Beloved. Charitou are related to charis and express additional aspects of the concept. The New Testament also has a related word of gift, charisma, 1 Corinthians 12 verse 4. Now there are varieties of gifts, but the same Spirit. Charisma denotes something that is graciously given. Today, we need to think about grace. Point to ponder. God's merciful character or actions toward humankind and his creatures. Verse to remember. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen his glory, glory as of the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. John chapter 1, verse 14, ESV version. Question to consider. Do you open up to receive what Jesus has done for you?